Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it is day two, session one of Southeast Collegiate Cup in Irondale, Alabama. We're going to begin lifting in 4.5 minutes. Starting us off will be Nicholas Perkins in the 90 kg class, representing the University of Alabama in Huntsville, opening up with a 160 kilo squat. It's going to be 352 pounds. We have just had an attempt change. Nicholas Perkins has changed his attempt to 157.5 from 160, so the spotters are now changing the bar in preparation. All right, we are prepared to start lifting. Nicholas Perkins is up first. We fact check. There's no relation to Austin Perkins. Here he comes. He's representing the University of Alabama in Huntsville with a 157.5 kilo opener. It's a strong unrack. Very smooth opener to start off the day. Very strong first attempt. 3 white lights from the refs. Next up, Thaddeus Elzy in the 90 kg class representing the University of Alabama in Huntsville. Opening with 167.5 kilos. It's going to be 369 pounds. Some big squats to start off the day today. Bar is loaded for Thaddeus, and here he is. Finding his placement under the bar. The strong, confident unrack and walkout from Thaddeus. He gets a start command. Big breath. He's down and up just as quick. Very, very strong first attempt out of Thaddeus Elzy. Let's see what the refs have to say. Come on, refs. Refs are going to give him 3 white lights. It's a good lift. Benjamin Jones up next in the 90 kg class to represent the University of Alabama in Huntsville with a 185 kilo opening squat. We are already seeing some huge squats off the rip, ladies and gentlemen. That's going to be 407 pounds. Bar is loaded for Benjamin Jones. Having Gavin walk through the camera. We're going to have to remind him not to. Gavin is now in the camera. Here comes Benjamin. Benjamin's first squat of the day. Months of Benjamin's work put into this competition, and this is the beginning. It's a questionable unrack, but he followed it up with a smooth walkout. Big breath after the start command. Down and up very quickly. It's exactly what we look for out of a first attempt. Good lift out of Benjamin Jones. Next up, Brennan Griffin in the 90 kilo class, representing the University of Alabama in Huntsville. Brennan is opening with a 192.5 kilo squat. It's going to be 424 pounds. Bar is being loaded for Brennan. Bar is loaded for Brennan Griffin. Here he comes. Big crowd cheering for Brennan Griffin here today. The steady walkout from Brennan. Gets a squat command. He's down. Undeniable depth, and he flies up. It's a good first attempt out of Brennan Griffin. Let's see what the judges have to say about that one. They're going to give him 3 white lights. It's a perfect lift for Brennan Griffin. Luke Siek up next in the 90 kg class to represent the Auburn Barbell Club. Luke is opening up with a 200 kg squat. It's a 440 pound. It's about 440 pounds, ladies and gentlemen. We're having some big squats for our openers. If you can't tell, Luke is representing Auburn. It's a strong unrack and walkout. War Eagle Luke. Very smooth opener, no stick-in points and no grind out of Luke on his first attempt. The refs are going to have to give that one 3 white lights. There it is. Elijah Logan up next in the 90 kg class to represent Mississippi State University. Elijah is opening with 232.5 kilos on the squat. It's going to be 512 pounds, ladies and gentlemen. We are already above 500 pounds on our openers. We're going to see some big squats today, ladies and gentlemen. Bar is loaded for Elijah Logan. Here he comes. Got a loud fan out here for Elijah Logan. She wants the same hit this squat. First 500-pound squat of the day. Here's Elijah finding his placement under the bar. It's a strong unrack and a steady, smooth walkout out of Elijah Logan. First lift, we've had 5 spotters. That's what happens when you get over 500 pounds. That's the squat. And he flies up. He forgets that there's weight on the bar. Very good opener out of Elijah Logan. Next up, Cameron Henderson in the 90 kg class to represent UABA Powerlifting with a 235 kilo opener. That's 518 pounds, ladies and gentlemen. This is some big weight. Big crowd making a lot of noise out here for Cameron Henderson. That's the unrack. There's a squat command. He's down. And he flies up. Very solid opener out of Cameron Henderson. 3 wide lights. The reps like that. Amarian Black up next in the 90 kg class representing BMCU. That's Blue Mountain Christian University with a 242.5 kg opener. That's 534 pounds. Ladies and gentlemen, we are just throwing around 500 plus pound squats. This is serious. There he is. There's a squat command. He's down and he's up just as fast. Very fast opener out of Marion Black. See the BMC singlet. 3 wide lights. The reps like that. Nathaniel Davis up next in the 90 kg class representing Blue Mountain Christian University with a 242.5 kg opener. It's 534 pounds. Very strong lifts out of Nathaniel. Bars loaded for Nathaniel Davis. And here he comes. Big crowd making noise for Nathaniel Davis. And it seems to be hitting his head on the bar. We're not sure how optimal that is for a squat, but we're about to find out. There's the unrack with a smooth walkout. Nate takes a big breath, gets a squat command. He's down, and he flies up. He forgets that there's weight on the bar. Very good opener out of Nate Davis. 3 white lights, the refs seem to agree. Richard Shorts up next in the 90 kg class to represent Auburn University with a 250 kg opener. That's 551 pounds, ladies and gentlemen. This is a huge opening squat. Spotters seem to have missed rack height, but it's okay. Bar is being loaded for Richard Shorts. Here he is. If you cannot tell, Richard is an Auburn lifter. There's Richard finding his placement under the bar. Very, very smooth walkout, finding his foot placement. He gets the squat command. Takes a huge breath in. Big brace, he's down, he hits depth, and he flies up. Very good squat out of Richard Shorts. Biggest opener of the day so far. Refs are going to give it a good lift. It's going to be 2 whites, 1 red. Back to second attempts, we've got Nicholas Perkins in the 90 kg class representing the University of Alabama in Huntsville. Nicholas has decided to jump 10 kilos and take 167.5 for his second attempt. It's going to be 369 pounds. Bars being loaded for Nicholas Perkins. Bars loaded for Nicholas Perkins. Here he comes. Nicholas finding his placement under the bar. Smooth walkout. There's the squat command. He hinges. Very strong, smooth second attempt out of Nicholas Perkins. That moved a little bit too quickly for a second attempt. We'll see what he takes for his third. Ref liked it. That was a 3 white light lift. Thaddeus Elsie up next in the 90 kg class to represent University of Alabama in Huntsville with a 180 kg second attempt. That's going to be 396 pounds. This is the equivalent of 4 plates. Very big lift, very good squat. Bar is loaded for Thaddeus. Here he comes. Here's Thaddeus finding his placement under the bar. There he is, getting his feet set right. Smooth walkout, very solid. A little bit of a wider stance out of Thaddeus. He gets a squat command. He's down. He hits undeniable depth, and it's a little sticking point right around where his belt sits at his lockout, but he had a very solid second attempt. 3 white lights. The refs seem to agree. Benjamin Jones up next in the 90 kg class, representing the University of Alabama in Huntsville. Benjamin Jones has decided to take 195 kilos for a second attempt. That's going to be 429 pounds. Here's Benjamin finding his placement under the bar. Smooth walkout. Takes a big breath and gets a squat command. He's down, and he flies up. Forgets that there's weight on his back. Very good lift out of Benjamin Jones. That's what we like to see. Refs are going to have to give that with 3 white lights. There it is. Next up, Brennan Griffin in the 90 kg class, representing the University of Alabama in Huntsville with a 205 kg second squat. It's going to be 451 pounds, ladies and gentlemen. Bar is loaded for Brennan Griffin. Here's Brennan finding his hand placement on the bar. Brennan getting set up. Very steady, slow walkout. That's a strong squatter right there. He gets a squat command. He's down. Flies up. We're seeing very smooth second attempts out of the squatters today. Judges are going to have to get that one 3 white lights. Luke Siak up next in the 90 kg class to represent the Auburn Barbell Club. Luke has decided to take 210 kg for his second attempt. It's going to be 462 pounds. We're getting up to some serious weight, ladies and gentlemen. Here comes Luke. Bar is loaded. Here's Luke. Luke getting set up under the bar. Luke gets a squat command. He's down, and he struggles a little bit. He has to grind through, but he has a very solid second attempt overall. Refs are going to give that one 3 white light. It's going to be 2 white lights and 1 red light. My mistake. Cameron Henderson up next. Cam is representing UAB Powerlifting in the 90 kg class. He has decided to take 247.5 kilos for his second attempt. That's 545 pounds. Very big squat. Bar is loaded for Cameron Henderson. Here's Cam. The crowd is making some noise for him today as he finds his placement under the bar. He has a strong unrack followed by a smooth walkout. He receives the squat command and takes a big breath. He's down, and he gets stuck. It is going to be a no lift for Cameron Henderson. It was a solid second attempt. Could be a technical issue. We'll see on his third attempt. Next up, Elijah Logan in the 90 kg class representing Mississippi State University. Elijah has decided to take 255 kg for his second attempt. It's going to be 562 pounds. Squat after squat, we're seeing 500 plus pounds being thrown around on these big guys' backs. On these big guys, on these gentlemen's backs. Bar is loaded for Elijah Logan. Here he comes. Here's Elijah, A7 singlet, A7 sleeves. This is a big lifter right here. Elijah's got 35 seconds left on the clock before he receives his squat command. Or he needs to receive his squat command. Finding his placement under the bar. Here's the big breath. He likes to unrack it twice before he begins his walkout. It's a very smooth and steady walkout. He receives his squat command. Takes a big breath. He's down. And he flies up. This is the biggest squat of the day so far, ladies and gentlemen. Refs are going to have to give that one 3 whites. If we need the refs to give us some lights. We need the lights from the refs. There it is, 3 white lights, perfect lift for Elijah Logan. Nathaniel Davis up next in the 90 kg class to represent Blue Mountain Christian University with a 257.5 kg second attempt. 567 pounds out of Nathaniel, and here he comes. There he is. There's the unrack. Nate has a strong walkout. He takes a big breath. He's down. And he flies up. Beautiful second attempt out of Nathaniel Davis. Let's see what the refs have to say. The refs are going to give it a good lift. 3 white lights. Richard Shorts up next. Biggest squatter of the day so far. Richard is representing Auburn University in the 90 kg class with a 265 kg squat. That is going to be 584 pounds, ladies and gentlemen. Here's Richard Shorts. Where you go, Richard Shorts? There's the unrack. Smooth walkout out of Richard. Finding his foot placement a little bit wider. He gets a squat command, takes a small breath, then a big breath. He's on his way down. And he completes the lift. Very solid lift out of Richard Shorts. Let's see what the refs give it. Refs give it a no lift. It's going to be 2 reds and 1 right due to depth. Amarian Black up next in the 90 kg class representing Blue Mountain Christian University. Amarian is taking the heaviest second attempt of the day so far at 67.5 kilos. That's 589 pounds. Here he comes. Here's Amarian finding his placement under the bar. That's a smooth walkout out of Amarian. That's a squat command. He's down. And it's a very smooth second attempt out of Amarian. Very, very good. The refs are going to give that one 3 white lights. Good lift. Back down to third attempts. We got Nicholas Perkins starting us off in the 90 kg class representing the University of Alabama in Huntsville with a 180 kg final attempt on squat. That's going to be 396 pounds. Bars loaded for Nicholas Perkins, and here he is. Here's Nicholas finding his placement on the bar. Here's a smooth unrack, smooth walkout. That's the squat command. He's down. And it's going to be a stick, but he gets it out. Finishes the rep. Let's see what the refs have to say. Refs are going to give it 3 white lights. It's a very good lift. Thaddeus Elsie up next in the 90 kg class representing the University of Alabama in Huntsville. Thaddeus has decided to take 187.5 kg for his third attempt. It's going to be 413 pounds. Here's Thaddeus finding his placement under the bar. He's looking to go 3 for 3 on squats. There's a steady walkout with the A7 sleeves, known to be very stiff sleeves. His knees are shaking, which will delay his squat command, but he just received it. There it is. Small sticking point, but it was a very smooth third attempt out of Thaddeus. Thaddeus, we like to keep those in the warm-up room, so hopefully next time we'll put a little more weight on the bar, but it's a very solid third attempt overall. Benjamin Jones up next in the 90 kg class, representing the University of Alabama in Huntsville. Benjamin's taking his third attempt at 205 kilos. That's just over 450. It's 451 pounds. And here he is. Benjamin has a strong unrack and a questionable walkout. He slips a little bit, but he has a solid foot placement. He gets his squat command. He's down, and he's going to get a little sticking point, but it's a very solid third attempt out of Benjamin. Let's see what the refs have to say. Refs give it 3 white lights. It's a good lift. Brennan Griffin up next in the 90 kg class, representing University of Alabama in Huntsville with a 217.5 kg squat. It's going to be 479 pounds out of Brennan Griffin. Let's see what happens. Can you go 3 for 3? Here's Brendan finding his placement under the bar. Got the Titan singlet, Inzer sleeve, Pioneer sleeves. These are known to be very good sleeves. Here's his walkout, very steady. Takes a big breath, receives a squat command. He's down, and he fights very, very small ground, but he flies up for his third attempt. Very smooth lift. Let's see what the refs say. Refs are going to give it 3 white lights. Luke Siak up next in the 90 kg class. Luke represents the Auburn Barbell Club and has decided to take 220 for his third attempt. It's going to be 485 pounds. Here comes Luke. He's jumping up and down backstage. He seems ready. Cross chain in his mouth. There he is. He's ready. Has a strong unrack and a smooth walkout, wasting no time. He's got 40 seconds left on the clock. Receives the squat command. He's down. And it is the biggest grind we've had today so far. We may see more, but that was a very, very solid third attempt as the refs give it 3 white lights. Cam Henderson up next in the 90 kg class representing UAB Powerlifting. Cam is taking 247.5 kg again for his third attempt. That's 545 pounds. He smoked it during his second attempt, but it was ruled a no lift due to depth from the side judges. Front head ref gave him a white light. Let's see if he can fight for depth this time and complete the lift. The gym is making some noise for Cameron Henderson. Lots of UAB students here today. His peers are spotting him. They're backstage, front stage, everybody, someone cheering for Cameron Henderson. He finds his placement. He has a strong unrack. Finds his foot placement as he walks out. He gets his squat command. He fights for depth, and he completes the lift. Very, very good lift out of Cameron Henderson. The refs give it 3 white lights. Very, very good lift. I just remembered he actually did miss the second lift, not due to depth, but he could not complete it, which makes his third attempt all the more impressive. Out of Richard Shorts in the 90 kg class representing Auburn University, we're looking at a 272.5 kg squat. That's 600 pounds. This is our first 600 pound squat of the day, ladies and gentlemen. Very big weight being lifted. Here's Richard. Crowd's making some noise for him here today. The strong unrack and walkout. Says gastrocnemius muscles. There's the squat command. Takes a big breath. It's a little bit of a tempo squat as he fights for a depth. And it's a small grind, but he's able to complete the rep. Let's see what the refs have to say. Hopefully they give him some whites. And it's a good lift, 3 white lights, calls for celebration as that was a very strong squat. Elijah Logan up next in the 90 kg class representing Mississippi State University with a 275 kg final attempt on squat. It's going to be 606 pounds for Elijah. 606 pounds. Here he is. He's ready. There's Elijah clipping the belt. as he begins to find his placement. Here's Elijah finding his placement under the bar. This is a 20-kilo jump from his previous lift. We have some lifters who like to take big jumps here. He takes his second unrack, and as he begins to walk out, he tries to hold his breath. It looked to be very smooth walkout. There's the squat command as he takes a big breath in. He begins to squat. He's down, and it's going to be a fight, but it's a no lift from Elijah Loken. Very solid attempt, but the rest did have to catch the weight. You're not properly pushing yourself if you're not failing third attempts every now and then. And Marion Black up next in the 90 kg class, representing Blue Mountain Christian University with a 280 kg squat. Ladies and gentlemen, that is 617 pounds. That's a big lift. Bar is loaded for Marion Black, and here he comes. That's a strong unrack and a smooth walkout. He nods to show he's ready. He receives the squat command. He's down, and it's it. Nothing. Not even a grind, no sticking point. That was a very, very strong third attempt out of Amari, and he gets it. 3 white lights. Nathaniel Davis up next in the 90 kg class, representing Blue Mountain Christian University with a 285 kg third attempt. It's going to be 628 pounds. Bars loaded for Nathaniel. Here's Nathaniel. Is he going to hit his head against the bar like usual? There it is. Here's Nathaniel with the unrack. We all know Nate has a strong walkout. This is a large man. A little bit questionable. He almost lost his footing, but he receives the squat command. Begins. He's down. And it's going to be a no lift for Nathaniel. It's a very solid third attempt. You got to push yourself. It was a very big jump, nearly 30 kilos. When someone makes a jump like that, it will typically be because they need it for a placement or a Collegiate Cup for a point system. Back down to first attempts. Nick Smith is starting us off in the 100 kilo class, representing Mississippi State University Powerlifting. Nick has decided to open with a 180 kilo squat. That's 396 pounds. Here comes Nick. With the Inzer singlet to match the Inzer sleeves. This big bearded man. There's the unrack. He has a smooth walkout. This looks to be the opening of a very good first attempt out of Nick Smith. There's the squat command. He takes his breath. He's down. And he flies up. Very good first attempt out of Nick Smith. Let's see what the refs have to say. The refs are going to give it 3 white lights. Very good lift. Dwight Monk up next in the 110 kilo class to represent the University of Hawaii at Manoa. This is a very interesting university. He's a first athlete from Hawaii. Dwight is opening with a 182.5 kg. That's 402 pounds. Flying all the way from Hawaii to compete in Irondale, Alabama. He's coming. He's tying his shoes backstage. Bar is loaded for Dwight. He knows he's got plenty of time. There's 40 seconds left on the clock as he moves to his right shoe. Here he is. This is a big lifter. There's Dwight's walkout. Finds his foot placement. Got the Converse shoes. That's a little bit unconventional as they have a thicker sole. He receives a squat command. He's down. Fights for depth, and he gets it. Very, very smooth first attempt out of Dwight. Let's see what the refs give it. It's going to be a no lift. 2 reds, 1 white. Something like this will usually be for depth. Next up, Devin Mosley in the 100 kilo class, representing the University of Alabama in Huntsville, taking 187.5 kg for his first attempt. That's 413 pounds. There he is. That's a strong unrack and a strong walkout. He gets a squat command, takes a big breath. He's down, he flies up, forgets that there's weight on his back. We're going to have to remind him on his next attempts. There's a 3 white light lift. Judges liked it. Sam White up next in the 100 kilo class, representing the Auburn Barbell Club. Sam White is taking 195 kg for his first attempt. That's 429 pounds. Here's Sam. War Eagle Sam. Here's Sam with the unrack. Oh, that was a very strong first attempt out of Sam. I just tossed the live announcer the water bottle. It was not a completed catch. This is why he's a running back and not a wide receiver. Evan Hubbard up next in the one. You said what? My name's Adam. Evan Hubbard up next in the 100 kilo class, representing the University of Alabama in Huntsville. Evan Hubbard is squatting 222.5 kg. That's 490 pounds, and here he is. Here he is, finding his placement under the bar. That's a strong unrack with a smooth walkout. Small shake in the knees that will delay his start command, but he receives it. He's down. Undeniable depth and has a very smooth first attempt. There it is. The refs are going to give that one 3 white lights. Taller guys need to go down a little further, so that's a pretty impressive squat. London Daniels up next in the 140 plus kilo class. That's a heavyweight lifter right there. He's representing the University of Alabama Barbell Club with a 227.5 kg squat. That's 501 pounds. Here comes London. Here he is. Big breath as he takes a strong unrack with a smooth walkout. He's got the Jordans on. Looks to be a very solid lifter. Small knee. I don't know if y'all saw it, but his right knee moved slightly to the right. It was a small technique thing, but he may retake it for a second attempt. Very good spotters catching the weights. Jordan Thomas up next in the 100 kg class, taking 260 kg. It's going to be 573 pounds. Spotters are having to lower a lot of weight. Bars loaded for Jordan Thomas, and here he comes. Chat, what do we think? Is Jordan Thomas going to hit this? He seems to be a very strong-looking lifter. He had a lot of dreads last time I saw him. He seems to have no hair now. The question, is he representing UAB? Is he representing Auburn? We all know who Jordan Thomas is. He's got the Auburn singlet on, previously a student at UAB and a member of the UAB Powerlifting Club. Here's Jordan Thomas, big breath as he receives a squat command. He's down, doesn't even need to fight for depth. Small sticking point, but he completes the lift. Let's see what the refs give him. It's going to be 3 white lights. Very good lift. Next up, Frederick Poe in the 140 plus collegiate class, representing the University of Alabama in Huntsville. Frederick is taking 260 kg for his first attempt. to 573 pounds. It's going to be the same weight as the previous lifter, Jordan Thomas, just a much higher rack height. Got to be careful with these spotters. When they're raising and lowering hundreds and hundreds of kilos on either side rapidly, can cause issues that we don't want. Here's Jordan representing... we just got the confirmation. Jordan is representing Auburn. Here's Frederick. It's a big breath as he receives the squat command. He's down and up. Very, very smooth first attempt. We need to keep those in the warm-up room, Frederick. 3 white lights. The ref seems to like that lift. Nick Smith up next in the 100 kg class representing the Mississippi State University Powerlifting Club. Nick is taking 192.5 for his second attempt. That's going to be 424 pounds. Here's Nick coming out. The Nick Smith, ladies and gentlemen. Here's Nick finding his placement under the bar. He's representing Mississippi State. He's here to squat something big. There's the rack, very high rack height. He receives the squat command from all 3 refs. Takes a big breath. He's down. And it's going to be a small fight. A very good grind out of Nick Smith. That's what we like to see. Way to complete the lift. Let's see what the refs give. It's going to be 3 white lights. Next up, Sam White in the 100 kg class representing the Auburn Barbell Club. Sam is squatting 202.5 kg for his second attempt. It's going to be 446 pounds. Sam's coach is making some noise back here. Cross Murphy competed yesterday. Cross had the strongest deadlift of the day yesterday. He completed the day. And now he is coaching Sam White with a 446-pound squat. Here he is, finding his foot placement, very wide stance. He receives the squat command, takes some big breaths, begins the squat. He's down, hits undeniable depth, has a small sticking point, but he has a very smooth second attempt. Next up, Devin Mosley in the 100 kilo class representing the University of Alabama in Huntsville. Devin is squatting as well 202.5 kg with 446 pounds. A rapid unrack and a very strong walkout. Begins his squat. I blinked and missed it. It's a very fast squat of Devin Mosley. You just cannot be looking away or you are going to miss these 450 to 500 pound squats. Dwight Monk up next representing the University of Hawaii in the 110 kg class with a 205 kg squat. It's 451 pounds. I can confirm that he smoked his first attempt, had depth issues, and both side refs gave him reds. Let's see if he can fight for depth this time with a 7.5 kilo jump. Here's Dwight. Fresh twist. It's a questionable unrack, followed by a strong-looking walkout. Let's see what he can do today. He's a taller lifter. It's going to give him a higher range of motion. Begins to squat. He's down. The depth was questionable, but he did complete the rep. Let's see what the refs have to say. It's going to be a good lift. 2 whites to 1 red. Very solid out of Dwight. London Daniels up next in the 140 plus kg class, another heavyweight lifter. University of Alabama Barbell Club, and he's squatting 227.5 kg, just over 500 pounds. This is a super heavyweight, I believe is the official name for the class. Here comes London. London finding space under the bar. Look at that smile. He is ready to squat. Toes pointed out so he can show us the Nike logo on those Jordans. There it is. small technique issues that caused him to fail at first time, and that is a good comeback. Let's see what the refs have to say. It's going to be a good lift. 2 whites to 1 red. Very good lift. Next up, Evan Hubbard in the 100 kilo class, representing the University of Alabama in Huntsville with a 235 kg second attempt. That's 518 pounds. Bars loaded for Evan Hubbard. Here he comes. There he is, finding his foot placement under the bar as he begins to squat. He's forecasted to get second place. Big squats can change everything. That is a very smooth walkout, quad striations. He receives the down command from all 3 refs as he begins his squat. Fights, gets undeniable depth, small grind, but he gets through the rep. Looks to be very solid weight, being lifted in a very solid fashion. Jordan Thomas back again. We believe he is representing Auburn University in the 100 kilo class. Jordan has decided to jump 15 kilos and take 275 for his second attempt. That's 606 pounds. Here's Jordan. Bars loaded. Here's Jordan Thomas. We don't know for sure who he's representing. We think he's representing Auburn by the Auburn singlet. Okay. He's getting set up under the bar. Jordan gets his squat command. Takes a big breath as he's down. Hits depth, and he's going to grind. He's going to grind. It will be a good lift for Jordan. Very solid. Let's see what the refs have to say. The refs are going to give him 3 white lights. Nice second attempt out of Jordan. Frederick Poe up next in the 140 kg plus class, representing the University of Alabama in Huntsville. Jordan is taking 280 kg for his second attempt. That's 617 pounds. Bars being loaded for Frederick. Bars loaded for Frederick Poe. Here he is, finding his placement under the bar. Bright blue sleeves calling attention because he will be squatting his weight. Squat up. Very good, very good. That's exactly what we want to see. However, that did look like a warm-up, so let's keep those in the warm-up room where they belong. Very solid squat. Back down to third attempts. Nick Smith in the 100 kg class, representing Mississippi State University Powerlifting with a 200 kg squat, 440 pounds. Here's Nick. Here's Nick finding his placement on the bar. It's a smooth unrack and walk out. That's the squat command. He's down. It's going to be a grind. Will he finish? Yes, he will. It's a good lift out of Nick Smith. Very solid third attempt. That's what we like to see. That is a 3-for-3 lift. Nick gets 3 white lights. Devin Mosley up next in the 100 kilo class, representing the University of Alabama in Huntsville with a 210 kilo third attempt on squats. It's going to be 462 pounds. Bars loaded, and here comes Devin. Very rapid unrack. We know what Devin is here to do today. There's the squat. Big breath. He's down, and he has a small sticking point. A little bit of a grind, but it was a very good lift out of Devin Mosley. Let's see what the refs say. Refs are going to give it 3 white lights. Very good lift. Sam White up next in the 100 kilo class, representing the Auburn Barbell Club with a 212.5 kg final squat. 468 pounds, ladies and gentlemen. Big back slabs coming out of Cross Murphy, his coach who competed yesterday. And here comes Sam for his third attempt. Here's Sam in a walkout. Very wide squatter, very solid squatter. Let's see, he gets his squat command. Begins. He's down, fights for death. It's going to be a grind. Will he finish? Yes, he will. Gets his rack command. He's very good, very strong. Let's see what the refs say. 3 white lights. Very solid lift. Dwight Monk up next in the 110 kg class to represent the University of Hawaii. The first squat was denied due to depth issues, and he fought for depth on the second. He has decided to jump 15 kilos. That is considered a slightly larger jump. Let's see if he can complete the rep. Here's Dwight, finding his placement on the bar. Takes a couple of breaths as he begins to unrack and walk out. I'd say slow and steady walk out. Slow and steady wins the race, as we like to say. Receives his squat command. His gaze is exactly where it belongs. A neutral gaze can protect your spine in a squat. Begins the squat. He hits depth for sure, and it's going to be a grind. Will he finish? Yes, he will. He fights for depth and completes the rep. Fights for depth, fights for the squat, and he grinds. Refs are going to have to give that one 3 white lights. It's going to be good. It's going to be a good lift still. 2 white lights, 1 red. He is a higher squatter. London Daniels up next in the 240 kg, in the 140 kg plus weight class, representing the University of Alabama Barbell Club with a 240 kg squat. It's going to be 529 pounds. Here he comes. There's the unrack, very strong. Lots of weight on his back. He takes a big breath as he receives a squat command. He's down, he fights, it's going to be a grind. Nearly falls backwards. That would not be good with this much weight, but he has a very solid third attempt. Let's see what the refs say. Refs are going to give it a no lift. 2 reds, 1 white. Evan Huppert up next in the 100 kg class, representing the University of Alabama in Huntsville. Evan has decided to take 242.5 kg for his third attempt. It's going to be 534 pounds. Completing this would give him 3 for 3 on squats. Here's Evan. Look at the smirk on his face. He's got a big crowd cheering for him. He knows exactly what he's here to do today. Finds his placement. We got a low bar squatter. There it is. Solid on rack, solid walkout. The spotter on his left, Caden, will have to catch this if he does not hit it. But we know that doesn't happen. He hits this weight. Very solid lift. We do not want these spotters catching 600 pounds. It would not end up well if something went wrong. Jordan Thomas up next, representing Auburn in the 100 kg class with a 280 kg final squat. It's going to be 617 pounds. Jordan is representing the War Eagle University. All right, here's Jordan clipping his belt, prepared to hit his third attempt. All right, Jordan's finding his placement under the bar. This is a strong lifter. Here's the strong unrack with a smooth walkout. Walked out farther than most lifters. He finds his foot placement, adjusting his ankles. Looking at the sky. He gets his squat command. He's down. Fights for depth, and it's going to be a no lift for Jordan Thomas. Very solid third attempt. It's a little bit too much weight, but it's okay. Frederick Poe up next in the 140 kg plus class, representing the University of Alabama in Huntsville with a 295 kilo final squat. It's going to be 650 pounds. This is serious, ladies and gentlemen. Bar is loaded for Frederick Poe. Bar's being loaded, my mistake. Now bar is loaded. And here he is. Here's Frederick. He gets his squat command. He's down, and he flies up. These are extremely, extremely strong third attempts. He seems to have been undershooting. Frederick making some noise backstage. We will now be moving on to Ryan Rowland in the 110 kg class, representing the University of Alabama in Huntsville, opening with a 135 kg squat. That's 297 pounds. Bars being loaded for Ryan. Bars loaded for Ryan Rowland, and here he comes. Here's Ryan. Very solid first attempt out of Ryan Rowland. He is not wearing knee sleeves. It's pretty unconventional, but he's a very strong squatter. 3 white lights, 2 F's like that lift. John Prater up next. Prater in the 125 kg class, representing the Auburn Barbell Club with a 142.5 kg opener. That's 314 pounds. Here's John. There he is, finding his placement. He squats. He completes the rep. Very strong opener. That's what we expect to see. A little bit of a high bar squatter as he's guided back into the rack. 3 white lights. Yassim Reyoud he's representing UAB Powerlifting. This is a good friend of mine. And the 110 kg class with a 210 kg opener. That's 462 pounds. This is the Arab Giant, as they call them. Here's Yassin coming out. He's ready to lift some heavy weight today. Finding his placement. This is a tall man, towering over the spotters. He finds his placement under the bar. Takes a big breath as he receives his squat command. He's down, flies up. It's a good opener out of Yassin. There's 3 white lights. Brendan Mitchell up next in the 125 kg class with a 210 kg opener as well. That's 462 pounds. Here comes Brendan. Smooth walkout. Gets a squat command, takes a big breath. He's down. He hits undeniable depth. Small struggle, but he fights it and he flies up for his first attempt on squats. The refs are going to give him. What are the refs going to give him? We need some lights out of the refs. There it is, 3 white lights. Jack Caden up next in the 110 kg class, representing the University of Alabama Barbell Club, also with a 210 kg, 462 pound squat, and here he comes. Here's Jack. Red in the face, but he knows what he's here to do. It's a big breath. He's down, and he flies up. Exploded out of the hole. A very strong lift. 3 white lights. Luke Greenfield up next, the 125 kg class. He's representing Classic City Powerlifting with a 217.5 kg squat. That's 479 pounds. Bars loaded for Luke, and here he comes, ready to squat. He has a crowd making some noise for him here backstage. Here he is. There's a strong unrack. He has a steady walkout as he finds his footing. Big breath on the squat once he begins. There it is. Very solid first attempt out of Luke Greenfield. Cannonbell will be up next, lifting in his home gym in the 125 kg class, representing UAB Powerlifting with a 237.5 kilo opener. It's going to be 523 pounds. Very big squats today. Here comes Cannon. He's a heavyweight, he's a strong lifter right here. Heavyweight lifting heavyweight. And there's a strong unrack and a steady walkout with this heavyweight. Takes a big breath, he receives a squat command, he's down, fights out of the hole, but he completes the rep. Very solid lift. Judges are gonna give that one 3 white lights. Next up, Xavier Vanderson, Zebo. 125 kg class representing Blue Mountain Christian University. Zebo's taking 242.5 keys for his first attempt. That's 534 pounds. Here he comes. Oh yes, very strong unrack with a smooth walkout. He finds his footing with a wider stance. The bigger guys like to have the wider stances to support all this weight they're squatting. Very smooth first attempt. He's guided back into the rack. Next up, Zion Foster in the 110 kg class, also representing Blue Mountain Christian University. Zion has decided to take 245 kg for his first attempt. That's going to be 540 pounds. Bars loaded for Zion. Here he comes. Here he is. He's down and he explodes out of the hole. Very solid lifts out of Zion for his first attempt. Next up, Brian Dobby in the 110 kg class representing Mississippi State University Powerlifting, taking 265 kg. That's 584 pounds for his first attempt. Here comes Brian. This is a big squatter. Here he is. Brian receives a squat command. He takes a big breath. He's down. Head step. Little pause in the hole, but he explodes right out. Very solid lift out of Brian Dobie. Let's see what the judges say. Judges give it 3 whites. Next up, Lawrence Jones. LJ represents Blue Mountain Christian University in the 110 kg class. He is here with a 307.5 kilo opener. 677 pounds. 6, 7. Lawrence won Collegiate Nationals. He is the former 110 kg national champion. He's here to take that back today, if I'm correct. He wants his title back. Adjusting the bar. Here's Lawrence finding his placement. This is a very big lifter right here, ladies and gentlemen. Forecasted to get first place. He knows what he's here to do. He receives the squat command, takes a big breath. He's down, hits depth, and explodes out of the hole. This is going to be a serious lift out of him today, ladies and gentlemen. 3 white lights. The judges liked it. Back to second attempts. We got Ryan Rowland in the 110 kilo class with a 145. Second attempt. It's going to be 319 pounds to represent the University of Alabama in Huntsville. Bars loaded for Ryan Rowland. There he is. Finding his placement under the bar. Big squats. There it is. Very solid second attempt out of Ryan Rowland. Next up, John Prater in the 125 kilo class, representing the Auburn Barbell Club with a 165 second attempt. It's going to be 363 pounds. Very smooth attempt on that previous squat by Ryan Rowland. Here comes John Prater. Big bearded man, ready to squat. Smooth unrack with a steady walkout. Here he is. Gets a squat command, he's down, he's up just as fast, forgets that there's weight on his back. The weight bounces off his back ever so slightly. Very good lift. Next up, Jack Cater in the 110 kilo class, representing the University of Alabama Barbell Club with a 220 kilo second attempt. It's going to be 485 pounds. Here's Jack. There's Jack's very, very smooth second attempt. A little bit of a grind, but he completed it. Looked away for 1 second and I missed the unrack. He's a very quick squatter. Making quick work of these attempts. Yassine Mraoud up next in the 110 kilo class, representing UAB Powerlifting with a 225 kilo second attempt. It's going to be 496 pounds. There's Yassine. Yassine is squatting over double his body weight. Here he is. Very smooth second attempt out of Yassine. He's gonna have to make a big jump for his third one. It was very solid. 3 white lights from the refs. Brendan Mitchell up next in the 125 kg class, representing Blue Mountain Christian University with also a 225 kg squat with a 496 pound conversion rate. Here's Brendan. That's the unrack. He gets a squat command. He's down. And he's up. It's a little bit of a grind. It's a big grind. That was a very solid second attempt. Slow and steady wins the race. It's a very good squat of Brendan Mitchell. Refs are going to give it 3 white lights. Next up, Luke Greenfield in the 125 kilo class, representing Classic City Powerlifting, is also taking 225 kg, staying at 496 pounds for his second attempt. Here he comes. Luke taking his time. He's ready. Here he is. Taking his time. Big breaths. There it is. Come on. Smooth walkout. Let's see what Luke's here to do today. Takes a big breath as he gets the squat command. He's down. Smallest sticking point towards the top is very quick out of the hole. Very good squat overall. 3 whites. Big noise being made. Cannon Belby up next in the 125 kg class representing UAB powerlifting. Has decided to jump 10 keys and take 247.5 for a second attempt. It's going to be 545 pounds. Here comes Cannon. UAB powerlifting making some big noise. There he is, finding his placement on the bar. Hair flowing in the wind. There's a strong unrack with a smooth walkout. Here's Cannon Belby, ladies and gentlemen. Takes a big breath as he gets the squat command. He's down, undeniable depth, and he fights for his second attempt. Very good lift. That's what we'd like to see. He's smiling throughout the second half of the lift. 3 whites. Xavier Venison up next in the 125 class, representing Blue Mountain Christian University with a 265 kilo lift. It's 584 pounds. There's Zebo. Very nice outfit out of Zebo. Candy Cane looking very nice squat. Good on rack. He looks to be very solid. He gets his squat command. He's down. Undeniable depth, and it's going to be a grind, but he will complete it. Very smooth second attempt out of Zebo. 3 white lights. Zion Foster up next in the 110 kilo class, representing Blue Mountain Christian University. Lots of big lifts out of Blue Mountain today. He is taking 265 kgs. It's 584 pounds for a second attempt. There's Zion. There he is. Smooth walkout. He looks very strong. Receives the squat command. He takes a big breath. He's down. And he flies out of the hole. Very good squat. There's 3 white lights. Reps like that. Bryant Doby up next in the 110 kg class, representing Mississippi State University powerlifting. It's going to be 285 kilos for a second attempt. That is 628 pounds. Here comes Brian. Here he is. That's a strong unrack. The heavy walkout. He receives his squat command. Undeniable depth. Eyes popping out of his head. He fights for the lift and he completes it. Very good lift out of Brian Doby. Brian Doby receives 3 white lights. Next up, Lawrence Jones in the 110 kilo class, representing Blue Mountain Christian University, going for an American record attempt. He is squatting 327.5 kilos at 722 pounds. Looking at Lawrence backstage, he looks ready. He's hungry, he wants this lift. Nobody has any doubt in their minds that he will be hitting this lift. Here he is. Everyone in the gym is making some noise for Lawrence Jones. LJ wants to squat an American record. He wants to do something big today. A little bit of a narrow stance on the unrec. Look at that. Showing you what he's capable of. This is a very big lifter. He has a strong walkout as he finds his footing. He receives a squat command. He's down, he's up, and this squat is a statement, ladies and gentlemen, of what Lawrence Jones is here to do today. He sets an American record with ease. 3 white lights. Very big lift. Let's see what he does on his third, and let's see what he does in bench and deadlift. Ryan Rowland up next in the 110 kg class. Going back down to third attempts, he's starting himself with 157.5. It's 347 pounds from the University of Alabama in Huntsville. Bars loaded for Ryan Rowland. Here he is. Strong on rec. No knee sleeves. This is a raw lifter. It's going to be a grind. Will it complete it? There was a sticking point, but he completed the rep. Let's see what the refs have to say. Refs are going to give him a good lift. It's going to be 2 whites, 1 red. Very solid. John Prater up next in the 125 kg class. Representing Auburn Barbell Club with a 185 kg third attempt. It's going to be 407 pounds. Here's John. He receives a squat command. He's down, and he flies up. Very good lift. He bounces up a little bit too little weight. Good lift out of John Prater. Jack Caden up next in the 110 kg class. 227.5 is going to be his third attempt on squats. 501 pounds for the University of Alabama Barbell Club. Bars loaded for Jack. There's Jack. Crimson Tide logo on the shirt. Strong unrack. He has a steady walkout. He's a strong lifter. Big breath as he receives a squat command. He's down. Spends a second in the hole as he fights for the rest of the lift. Very good lifts. 3 wide lights. A very big lifter. 3 for 3. Wasim Raoud on his third attempt. Representing UAB Powerlifting in the 110 kilo class with a 232.5 key squats. 512 pounds. Here he is. There's the unrack. He looks to be very strong and ready. He gets a squat command. He's down. Undeniable depth as he fights, but he completes it. Very smooth third attempt out of the scenes. Exactly what we want to see. It's going to be 3 wide lights. Luke Greenfield up next for the 125 kg class. Representing Classic City Powerlifting with a 232.5 kg. Second at third attempt. It's going to be 512 pounds. Here he comes. There's Luke. Finding his placement under the bar. There's the unrack. Looks to be very strong. Receives the squat command. He's down. He's up. It's going to be a grind. It's going to be a no lift for Luke Greenfield. Very solid attempt. Spotters have to catch the weight. Brendan Mitchell, the 125 kg class, representing Blue Mountain Christian University with a 237.5 kg. Third attempt is going to be 523 pounds for Brendan Mitchell. If you know what it means. All right, here's Brendan Mitchell. There's the unrack. Taking a very solid breath, good footing. He's fighting out of the hole. It's going to be a grind. Can he finish? This is going to be the biggest grind of the day. Beautiful squat out of Brendan Mitchell, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we like to see. It's going to be 3 white lights. Perfect third attempt. Cannonball will be up next in the 125 kg class, representing UAB Powerlifting with a 260 kg. Third attempt is going to be 573 pounds. Big lift. Bars loaded. Here's Cannon. Gavin Crumpton in the corner, the president of the UAB Powerlifting Club, and Cannon's coach, if I'm correct, cheering him on. There he is. That's a strong unrack. Cannon has a steady walkout. Let's see what he can do here today. Takes a big breath. He gets a squat command. He's down, and it's going to be a fight. He's yelling. He wants it. Beautiful third attempt out of Cannon Belby. Let's see what the refs say. Refs get a no lift for depth, I believe. It's going to be 2 reds, 1 white. Solid third attempt. Z-Bo, Xavier Vanderson up next in the 125 kg class, representing Blue Mountain Christian University with a 277.5. Third attempt is going to be 611 pounds. We all know what 611 rhymes with. Here's Xavier. Here's Z-Bo. To be a very solid squatter. There's the rapid but solid unrack with a wide stance on the walkout. He gets a squat command. He's down. And he's up. It's going to be a grind. It's going to be a grind. Can he complete the rep? Yes, he can, ladies and gentlemen. That was a beautiful grind out of Z-Bo. Let's see what the refs give it. Refs give it 2 white lights, 1 red light. It's going to be a good lift. Zion Foster up next in the 110 kilo class, representing Blue Mountain Christian University with a 282.5 kg third attempt. It's going to be 622 pounds. Blue Mountain giving us big lifts here today. Here comes Zion. Here's Zion. There's a squat command. Bigger guy, wider stance. Hits depth, and he's going to fight. It's going to be a good squat. Very solid attempt out of Zion Foster. 3 white lights, very good lift. Brian Dobie up next in the 110 kilo class, representing Mississippi State University Powerlifting with a 300 kilo squat. It's going to be 661 pounds. Bars being loaded for Brian Dobie. Finish, Brian. That is a strong unrack and a strong walkout. It's a good low bar squatter. He gets the start command, takes his breaths, begins the squat. He's down. He's fighting for it. It's going to be a no lift. Spotters caught all 300 of those kilos. Very good save. Lawrence Jones up next at the 110 kilo class representing Blue Mountain Christian University. Lawrence Jones attempting to break his American record attempt that he set on his second attempt with a 340 kilo squat, breaking his record by 12.5 kilos, ladies and gentlemen. This is a big lift. Let's hope this camera is not covered so we can all appreciate all 750 pounds, 749, but we'll call it 750 pounds rounding up. Big lift out of Lawrence. Here he is. He's ready. He knows what he's here to do. He wants to make this record unbeatable. There's that unrack. Lawrence showing you what he's capable of. Giving you a little sneak peek. The gym is making some noise for him right now. There's the unrack. Finding his footing. He gets the start command. He takes a big breath. He's down. Gets depth. And he fights. It will be a good lift. Everyone is making some noise for Lawrence. That is a very solid lift. Smashing the American record with a good lift. 2 whites, 1 red. Very, very impressive. Amazing squat to finish us off. We will be moving on to bench. Once the bench is set up, we will begin a 10-minute countdown to move on to bench. All right, we are back, ladies and gentlemen. We got 45 seconds till lifting starts. We're beginning with Thaddeus LZ in the 90 kg weight class, representing the University of Alabama in Huntsville, opening with a 100 kilo bench. It's going to be 220 pounds. Caden Ballard has something he wants to say to the chat. Caden, what do you want to say to the chat? What do you want to say? Once again, if you do not have a coach Caden Ballard says he's going to break 7 American records at Alabama State. Love to see it. Sorry, chat. We're back. Brennan Griffin in the 90 kg class, representing the University of Alabama in Huntsville, taking 107.5 for his opener, 237 pounds. Let's go in the back and clean up a little bit. Lots of big lifters, lots of plates on the floor. Try to be respectful. We're guests in this gym. Not me, I train here, but 3 white lights. There's 3 white lights for Brennan. Next up is Benjamin Jones in the 90 kg class, representing the University of Alabama in Huntsville with a 112.5 kg opener. It's going to be 248 pounds for Benjamin. Let's see what he can do. W's in the chat for Benjamin Jones. There it is. It's a start command. Gets his press, and it's a solid first opener. First attempt, not first opener. We've already been through the first opener. Luke Sick in the 90 kg class, representing the Auburn Barbell Club, has decided to open with 125 kilos. That's 275 pounds. Here comes Luke giving instructions for the liftoff. Luke finding his placement on the bar, his hand grip. Gets his lift off as he begins his press. It's a tempo bench. He has a good pause. Solid opener out of Luke. This is what Auburn is here to do today. It's going to be a no lift. We are not sure why. Amarian Black in the 90 kg class, representing Blue Mountain Christian University with a 127.5 kilo opener. It is going to be 281 pounds. Big ol' opener. Here he is. Blue Mountain bringing out their heavy hitters. He's getting the lift off as he begins the press. It's a good pause. Very smooth first attempt out of Amarian. Next up is going to be Richard Schwartz. Richard's representing Auburn University in the 90 kg class with a 142.5 opener. It's going to be 314 pounds for Richard. Bars loaded for Richard. Richard opening with 315. Big old bench. He's a 3-plate bencher. There you go. He begins the press. There's the start command. Down. Got a good pause. There's the press. Very smooth opener. Solid bench. Good job, Richard. We're all proud of you. Next up, Cam Henderson representing UAB Powerlifting in the 90 kg class. Opening also with 142.5, 314 pounds. Here he comes. Big crowd shrink for Cam. Eats the start command, takes a big breath. There's his press, and it seems to be very smooth, very solid lift. 3 whites. Elijah Logan up next in the 90 kg class, representing Mississippi State University with a 152.5 kg opener, a 336-pound bench. There's Eli. There's the setup. Has opted for a self liftoff. There's the start. Good pause, good press, very solid bench. Nate Davis representing Blue Mountain Christian University in the 90 kg class with a 167.5 kg bench. It's going to be 369 pounds. Here it comes. Waving off the liftoff offer. This is the heaviest opening attempt so far. Here he is. Looks very strong. He's got the high top of Venkus V3s in baby blue. There's the press. There's the rack. Very solid attempt. Big first. Big opener. Here comes Nicholas Perkins. University of Alabama and Huntsville lifter in the 90 kg class with a 105 kg second attempt. It's going to be 231 pounds. Bars loaded for Nicholas. There's the liftoff. Very solid start. He has a strong pause, small bounce, can mess up stability, but he has a very big push. All right, Thaddeus Elsie up next in the 90 kg class, representing the University of Alabama in Huntsville with a 107.5 kilo second attempt. This is big weight, ladies and gentlemen. That's going to be 237 pounds. Come on, chat. Here's Thaddeus. This is a big lifter. Starts, pauses, presses. 1, 2, 3, ABC. That is a big second attempt. Very solid lift out of Thaddeus for the University of Alabama in Huntsville. Brandon Griffin up next, also from the University of Alabama in Huntsville and the 90 key class. Decided to take 110 for his second attempt. It's going to be 242 pounds. Bar is loaded for Brennan. Brennan has 20 seconds left. Looks like he's going to be scratching this attempt. Chat, to scratch an attempt means that you've decided to sacrifice it if you already have a total on the board, because it is a unnecessary use of your energy. Us powerlifters do not like unnecessary fatigue. Or he isn't ready. And the clock has ran out. 3 reds. Next up, Benjamin Jones, representing the University of Alabama in Huntsville in the 90 key class with a 125 kg second attempt. It's going to be 275 pounds. Solid benches here. Here's Benjamin. He gets the start command. He has a solid pause. Very good press. These are good second attempts. No struggle. Next up is going to be Luke Siek in the 90 kg class, representing the Auburn Barbell Club with a 135 kg second attempt. It's going to be 297 pounds. Here he comes, receiving the liftoff. Here's Luke. There's the pause. He seems to have jumped the press command, but it was a very solid bench. My mistake. He did not. It was a good lift. 2 whites, 1 red. It was a very quick press command. Look at the sweat on those spotters. Look how hard they're working. W in the chat for the spotters. Amarian Black up next in the 90 key class, representing Blue Mountain Christian University with a 140 kg second attempt. It's going to be 308 pounds. Here he is. Oh, self-lift off for Amarian Black. There it is. He receives the start command. There's the press. Very solid bench out of Amarian. See what the refs give it. It's going to be 3 white lights, of course. Yes, it is. Cam Henderson up next in the 90 key class, representing UAB Powerlifting. Home field advantage. We're taking 147.5 for a second attempt. It's going to be 325 pounds. Here's Cam. UAB making some noise for him backstage. Big crowd out there for Cam today. There's the unrack. Starts. He presses. Very good lift out of Cam. Very smooth second attempt. Let's see what the judges say. I'm going to guess 3 whites, and there it is. Richard Short's up next, representing Auburn University in the 90 kilo class with a 150 kg second attempt. It's going to be 330 pounds. Gavin Crumpton looking all studious back here. Deciding Cameron Henderson's next attempt. It's going to be 155. We're locked in behind the desk here. Doing some work, deciding next attempts. Here comes Richard, self-lift off. He's getting set up under the bar. He begins his lift as he goes for the self-unrack. Big arch as he places his feet and butt on the bench. His feet on the ground, butt on the bench. There's the start command from the refs. Flag B coming soon. There's a good pause with the press command. It is a good second attempt out of Richard Shorts. That's what we like to see. Elijah Logan up next in the 90 kg class, representing Mississippi State University with a 162.5 kg second attempt. That's 358 pounds. The bar is being loaded for Elijah Logan. All right, here's Elijah Logan taking his second attempt. He's getting set up under the bar. There's the unrack. He gets set up. He's received the start command. He's down. He gets a good pause. Press. A little bit of a grind, but he gets through it. He fights for that bench. Very good lift. Nate Davis up next in the 90 kg class for Blue Mountain Christian University with a 182.5 second attempt. It's 402 pounds, big bench. Here's Nate Davis. Here's Nate finding his hand placement on the bar. There's the unrack. He's prepared. He gets the start command. It's down. Good pause. And he presses. Very solid bench. Let's see what the refs say. Refs give him 3 whites. It's going to be a good lift. Back down to third attempts. We've got Nicholas Perkins starting us off in the 90 kg class, representing the University of Alabama in Huntsville with a 110 kilo third attempt. It's 242 pounds. Bars being loaded for Nicholas Perkins. And here he comes. Here's Nick. There's the liftoff. He gets the start command. It's down. Solid pause. It's a press. He's going to fight for it and complete the rep. Very good lift out of Nicholas Perkins. He's now secured a 290 kilo subtotal. Brennan Griffin up next in the 90 kg class, representing the University of Alabama in Huntsville with a 110 kg third attempt, matching his second one that was ruled a no lift. This is going to be 242 pounds. Bar is loaded for Brendan.
I'm correct. Brendan Griffin scratched his second attempt. We do not know where Brendan Griffin is. We're hoping he makes an appearance. He's got 31 seconds. It looks like he may not be taking all 3 attempts. Brendan has 9 seconds left. It looks like he will not be taking all 3 attempts. And the time ran out for Brennan. He will be receiving 3 reds on that lift. Next up, we're going to have Thaddeus LZ. Thaddeus competes. Actually, I don't know. We're going to have to get some lights first so I can get the information on Brennan. Come on, refs. We need to get the 3 reds for Brennan as he did not show up. He ran out of time clock. There's the reds. Thaddeus LZ up next is competing in the 90 kg class representing the University of Alabama in Huntsville with a 112.5 third attempt. It's going to be 248 pounds, and here he is getting set up. Here's Thaddeus. Spotter steps away. He gets the start command. A solid pause, and it's going to be a grind of a press, but he smokes his 3rd attempt. Very good lift out of Thaddeus. Let's see what the refs have to say. All good. 3 white lights. Benjamin Jones up next in the 90 kilo class, representing the University of Alabama in Huntsville. Benjamin Jones is taking 132.5 kg for his 3rd attempt. It's going to be 292 pounds. Here's Benjamin. Here's Benjamin finding his placement under the bar. He receives a start command. A bit of a sink into his chest, and he gets the press. Bit of a struggle, but he receives 3 white lights. Very good lift. Next up, Luke Sick in the 90 kg class, representing the Auburn Barbell Club, is taking 140 kilos for his 3rd attempt. It's going to be 308 pounds. Big benches here. This is 3 plates. He's bouncing up and down backstage. He's ready. He receives the start command. It's down. It's a pause and a press. It's going to be a grind. He has a sticking point. Can he complete the rep? It will be the biggest grind of the day. He's fighting, and it's a no lift for Luke. Very solid attempt. Give him 2 weeks. He could hit that. Give him 30 seconds of rest. He may be able to try again and hit that. It's very close. Amarian Black up next in the 90 kg class, representing Blue Mountain Christian University with a 150 kg 3rd attempt. That's 330 pounds. Here he is. Receives the start command. He has a solid pause, and it's going to be a smooth grind of a press. Very solid lift. 3 whites from the refs. Cam Henderson up next in the 90 kg class, representing UAB Powerlifting with a 155 kilo 3rd attempt. 341 pounds, ladies and gentlemen. This is a big bench. UAB making some noise for him backstage. Here he comes. Big Cam crowd out there. I have noise canceling headphones on, and I can hear Cam Henderson's fans cheering for him. There he is. Receives a start command. Has a solid pause, and he fights for it. His butt definitely came off the bench, but this will be a personal PR for Cam. What are the refs going to say? It's going to be a no lift, 3 reds. Still a good personal PR, but it's okay. Richard Sort's up next in the 90 kg class, representing Auburn University with a 157.5 kg third attempt. It's going to be 347 pounds. Here comes Richard. Here's Richard with the unrack, self-unrack. Gets set up. He receives the start command. It's down. There's the press. And it's going to be a no lift. Very solid attempt out of Richard Shorts. Next up is going to be Elijah Logan in the 90 kg class, representing Mississippi State University's Powerlifting Club with a 170 kg press at 374 pounds. Here comes Elijah. Elijah getting set up under the bench. Let's see it, Elijah. We want this to move very quickly. There's the setup. Begins his lift with the self on rack. Lowers his butt to the bench. He receives his start command. It's going to be a grind, but it's going to be a no lift. Very solid attempt out of Elijah Logan. We love to see it. Next up, Nate Davis in the 90 kilo class with the biggest bench of the day so far. 187.5 kilos. That's 413 pounds to represent Blue Mountain Christian University.
After they're done with bench, we go in the warm-up area. Thank you.
All right, here comes Nate Davis. The gym is making some noise for him. He's getting set up. There he is. There's a start command. He's going to press. He's going to fight. Very solid third attempt. Very good bench out of Nate Davis. Let's see what the refs have to say. They're going to give him 3 white lights. Back down to bench 1. It's going to be Evan Hubbard in the University of Alabama in Huntsville. In the 100 kilo class, opening us up with 117.5 keys on the bench. Bars being loaded for Evan Hubbard. All right, here's Evan Hubbard getting set up on the bench. There's the start command. Exactly what you'd expect out of a first attempt. Very smooth bench from Evan Hubbard. Evan mostly up next in the 100 kilo class, representing the University of Alabama in Huntsville with a 117.5 kg opener. That's 259 pounds. Ladies and gentlemen, this is big weight being benched today. Here he goes. I missed it. That's exactly how you want an opener to move. I blinked and then he finished the lift. Very good attempt. Next up, Sam White in the 100 kilo class, representing the Auburn Barbell Cup with a 120 kg opener, 264 pounds, and here he comes. Cross Murphy's his coach, giving him back slaps backstage here. A lot of energy for an opener. Let's see what happens. Here he goes. There's the start command. A little bit of a tempo bench, and he presses. It's going to be a grind, couple of sticking points, but he gets through it. Let's see what the refs have to say. Refs are going to give him a good lift, 3 whites. That's what we like to see. Nick Smith up next in the 100 kilo class, representing Mississippi State University Powerlifting with a 125 kg bench. That's 275 pounds. All right, Nick Smith starting his bench has opted for a self-unrack. He received the start command. There's the press. It's going to be a grind. Very smooth attempt out of Nick. He's going to get 3 white lights from the judges. Dwight Monk up next in the 110 kg class. Dwight came here all the way from Hawaii to bench an Alabama Collegiate Cup. He's opening with 130 kilos on bench. It's going to be 286 pounds.
I'm very tired, Jaden. All right, guys. We got Dwight Monk opening up with 130 kilos, 286 pounds. Let's go ahead and press F in the chat for some white lights, guys. Press F in the chat. That was an easy opener for Dwight there. Judges say 3 white lights, that's a good lift. Next up, we've got London Daniels taking 145 kilos, 319 American units, guys. If you don't know the difference between kilograms and American units, the difference between kilograms and American units is, quote, American units are in pound increments, while kilograms are in kilogram increments. A strong opener there for London Daniels. Judges say the judges say the suspense. We need a drum roll. 3 white lights, good lift. Next up, we got Frederick Poe taking 155 kilos, 342 pounds for his opening bench press attempt. Ladies and gentlemen, while Adam is taking a slight break from commentating, I would just like to say that as state chair and co-director of this meet, I am very, very thankful for all the support we've had running this meet this weekend and from you guys at home. Would like to give a huge shout out to our main sponsor, TSS, Texas Strength Systems. They've done a lot for this meet, and they have. Jay, look, I'm sorry, guys. I just had our MC. You guys can hear Jaden Lowe in the back. He shouted out TSS for me. He basically said what I was going to say. Let's see what Jordan does on his opener here. 200 kilos, 441 pounds. Jordan Thomas is a very good bench presser. He is known for benching. Let's see how this moves. Oh, he made easy work of that on his opening attempt, man. Judges say 3 white lights. That's a good lift. Next up, we've got Sam White taking 127.5 kilos, 281 pounds. Judges say no lift on that. Not sure. I saw yellow lights. Not sure why he missed on that. Starting with second attempts here, we got Evan Hubbard taking 127.5 kilos. Same weight, 281 pounds. Easy work for Evan Hubbard there. The judges say 3 white lights. That's a good lift. Next up, we got Devin Mosley taking 127.5 kilos. A lot of people taking 281 pounds for their second attempt on bench press today. Beautiful second attempt there. Judges say 3 white lights, good lift. Next up, we've got Nick Smith taking 132.5 kilos, 292 pounds for his second bench press attempt. And we have the one and only best commentator in the southeastern region for USAPL, Adam Sorey, returning to the mic, guys.
What's up, chat? Let's get back to it. Nick Smith is currently benching. Last time I left, he was on his first attempt. He's taking 132.5, 292 pounds. Here he is, taking his time. There's the self-unrack. He's getting set up in his position. He receives the start command. He has a solid pause, and on the press, it's going to be a grind. It's a no lift for Nick Smith. Very good attempt. It's going to have to be 3 reds from the refs. There it is. Next up, Dwight Monk, all the way from Hawaii. Dwight is in the 110 kg class, competing for the University of Hawaii, pushing 140 kilos for his second attempt. It's going to be 308 pounds. Bars being loaded for Dwight. Here he is. Coming out. There's Dwight Monk. Ready to bench, ready to push. This is 3 plates. May not look like it because we use 25 kilo plates here. That's 55 pounds, but this is 3 plates, ladies and gentlemen. There he is, getting set up under the bench. Flowing in all the way from Hawaii. There's the liftoff. All the way from Hawaii, and he's about to bench 140 kilos. We all know it. He receives the start command. And it's a re-rack due to a technical issue. Head ref is going to give him some information as how to fix his form. He's got plenty of time. No, he doesn't. He's got 3 seconds left. Oops. Timeout. It is going to be another re-rack, unfortunately. Hopefully this does not happen on Dwight's third attempt. It happens. Next up, London Daniels in the 140-plus class. London is taking 155 keys for his second attempt. That's going to be 341 pounds to represent the University of Alabama Barbell Club. Here's London. London getting set up under the bench. There's the unrack. Very strong lifter. He receives a start command. It's a solid pause. Bigger lifter, you'd expect a sink pause, which means it goes into their chest, but he did a touch pause. Very good. 3 white lights. Frederick Poe up next in the 140-plus class, representing the University of Alabama in Huntsville with a 167.5 kg bench. 369 pounds. And here he comes. Here's the liftoff. That's the start command. There's the press. Very, very smooth attempt out of Frederick. If we remember his squats, he seems to be undershooting a lot today. There's the 3 white lights. Jordan Thomas up next in the 100-kilo class, representing Auburn University with a 210-kilo bench. 462 pounds for an American record attempt. The bar is being loaded for Jordan Thomas. Ladies and gentlemen, this is serious. We've got head ref walking through. I'm not sure why. I assume we need an extra witness for an American record of such caliber. Here's Jordan. I personally have seen Jordan bench 500 pounds. This should be routine. Let's see how this moves. Getting set up under the bench. There's the self-unrack. He receives the start commands. Sink pause. It's going to be a grind of a press. Very solid second attempt out of Jordan Thomas. The refs are going to give it 3 wide lights. That is a new American record for Jordan Thomas. Very nice. On to third attempt. Sam White is starting us off with 127.5 kg, 281 pounds in the 100 kg class for the Auburn Barbell Club. Bar is loaded for Sam White. Here he comes. Here's Sam accepting the liftoff offer. There it is. Very tempo of a bench. It's going to be a grind of a press. No lift. The spot is going to have to catch it. Very solid third attempt out of Sam White. Nick Smith up next in the 100 kilo class from Mississippi State University Powerlifting Club. Nick is benching 132.5 keys. That's 292 pounds for his third attempt. Nick's compadres are making some serious noise backstage. Chat, we apologize if there's any delays. We see your messages. There's a lot of people on the Wi-Fi in this venue. We are greatly appreciative for the use of the Wi-Fi systems. Here's Nick. There's the press. It's going to be a grind. Will he finish? No, he will not. Very solid third attempt out of Nick. It's going to be 3 reds. Devin Mosley up next in the 100 kilo class, representing the University of Alabama in Huntsville with a 132.5 key bench. That's 292 pounds. They call him the lumberjack. Here he is. There's the press command. Bit of a grind, sticky in some places, but that was a very solid press overall from Devin. Lots of noise being made. Very big bench. Evan Hubbard up next in the 100 kilo class, representing the University of Alabama in Huntsville with a 137.5 key bench. That's 303 pounds. Evan has requested a very small lift off. Initials on his sleeve. He's ready. Here's Evan. There's the lift off. He receives the start command. It's a little bit of a tempo bench. He has a good pause. He receives the press command, grinds through, and he finishes the rep. Very solid. We have buns in the camera. Very nice. Dwight Monk up next in the 110 kilo class, flown in all the way from the University of Hawaii at Manoa with a 147.5 kg third attempt. That's 325 pounds. On his second attempt, he had a re-rack issue. His feet were off the ground, and after that, he timed out. Here's Dwight. Dwight getting set up under the bench. There it is. Very concise bencher. There's the press command. It's going to be a grind. Will he finish? It looks like he will. That'll add 17.5 keys to his total. Solid bench, 3 whites. Very good lift out of Dwight. London Daniels up next. 140 plus kilo class, representing the University of Alabama Barbell Club with a 162.5 kg third bench. That's going to be 358 pounds. Here he is. Here's London. Opting in for the self-unrack. We see the Jordans London. There's the press command. It's going to be a grind. Will he finish? No, he will not. Very solid third attempt out of London. Frederick Poe up next, also in the 140 plus class, representing the University of Alabama in Huntsville. Gives a fist bump to London. They're good friends. 177.5 kilos is on the bar. It's 391, just short of 400 pounds. Let's see if he can complete it. Here's Frederick. There it is. That's the lift off. He receives the start command. That's a good press. There it is. Very solid third attempt. Frederick has been undershooting all of his lifts. His potential, his ceiling is much higher. Jordan Thomas back again to break the American record he just broke by another 5 kilos in the 100 kilo class for Auburn University. This is about to be a very large press. Here's Jordan. See that Auburn logo, War Eagle Jordan, getting in his position. This is 215 kg. It's 473 pounds. Getting set up under the bench. He has the unrack. Sink. There's the press command. It's going to be a fight, and he will finish it. Very solid lift indeed. 3 Wyatt Live stands on the bench, puts his crown on. Yes, sir, Jordan, you deserve it. Very solid bench. Back down to first attempts. Ryan Rowland starting us off in the 110 kilo class from the University of Alabama in Huntsville with a 77.5 kg bench. That's 170 pounds. Bars being loaded for Ryan Rowland. Here he is. There's the start. Oh, very, very good first attempt. So we like to see out of an opener. Next up, Luke Greenfield in the 125 kilo class, representing Classic City Powerlifting, with a 100 kg opening bench. It's 220 pounds. Bars being loaded for Luke Greenfield. Here's Luke. Luke is getting set up under the bench, finding his grip placement. Gavin Crumpton is massaging my shoulders. Here's Luke opting in for the self-unrack. There's the unrack. He has received the start command. Good pause. There's the press. Very solid for